The internet is on fire tonight, and Jennifer Hudson and Common are at the heart of a revelation that feels ripped straight from a Hollywood thriller. A secret baby, hidden for months, has just turned the entertainment world upside down. Social media is gasping, "How did they pull this off?" One fan tweeted, while another wrote, "This is the biggest celebrity cover-up of the year, maybe the decade." What everyone thought was just another quiet celebrity romance has exploded into a story of secrecy, devotion, and a carefully guarded new life. But how did they do it? How does a power couple this famous, Jennifer Hudson, the Oscar-winning powerhouse voice of our generation, and Common, the Grammy-winning rapper and social activist, keep something so monumental locked away from the endless cameras and ruthless paparazzi? The betrayal fans feel is real. "We supported them, we followed every red carpet photo," wrote one longtime follower, "and yet they hid the biggest chapter of their lives from us?" The sense of mystery is electric, and we are about to peel back every layer. From the outside, Jennifer and Common's love story always seemed inspiring, a fusion of talent, resilience, and undeniable chemistry. When they first confirmed their relationship, Hollywood swooned. They looked like a couple who shared everything. Yet behind those carefully curated Instagram posts and glittering red carpet moments, another story was quietly unfolding. While fans were double-tapping glamorous photos, the couple was secretly preparing for the most intimate and life-changing journey of all, bringing a child into the world. The more we dig, the more shocking it gets. Think back to every interview, every award show, every smiling photo. The clues were hiding in plain sight: oversized gowns, sudden disappearances, interviews cut mysteriously short. Social media detectives are now piecing it together like a true crime board. One fan even compiled a timeline showing every public moment where Jennifer might have been concealing her pregnancy. "It was all right there," they wrote. "We just refused to believe it." And then came the reveal. No magazine deal. No glossy PR rollout. Just a quiet, stunning announcement that left fans speechless. It was not just a baby reveal, it was a statement. In a world obsessed with exposure, Jennifer Hudson and Common proved they could protect what mattered most. The internet went wild. "This is the real definition of love and privacy," one commenter declared. Another accused the press of betrayal. "The paparazzi failed. For once, love won." This is no ordinary celebrity baby story. It is about love under siege, about two people building a fortress of trust when the world wanted every detail. It is about resilience, the same resilience that defined Jennifer's rise from American Idol to Oscar winner, and the same quiet strength that made Common one of music's most respected voices. Together, they turned the biggest secret of their lives into a triumph that stunned even their harshest critics. By the end of this video, you will never look at Jennifer Hudson and Common the same way again. What started as whispers of a romance has turned into one of the most daring acts of privacy in modern celebrity history. This is not just about a baby. This is about rewriting the rules of fame itself. Buckle up, because this love story just became the most dramatic plot twist Hollywood never saw coming. Jennifer Hudson's career was built on pure grit and an unshakable will to rise. From American Idol to Academy Award glory, she became a force who commands respect, a woman who can silence a room with a single note and stay relevant when others fade into nostalgia. Common carved his own legend in hip-hop, his lyrics carrying the weight of conscience and revolution. Over time he evolved into something even bigger, a cultural thinker, an actor with presence, a man whose authenticity became his signature. Two stars at the height of their powers, each living lives that fans could watch unfold in real time, yet the love story that joined them was almost invisible. How could that be? How could the world, addicted to celebrity updates, miss the greatest plot twist of their lives? Rumors began years ago. A red carpet sighting here, a quiet dinner there. Instagram comments turned into message board conspiracies. "Are they or aren't they?" fans whispered. But Jennifer and Common said nothing. No winks, no cryptic captions. Every appearance together was a carefully measured step. "They are either the most private couple in Hollywood or the greatest undercover agents alive," one follower joked on Twitter. And still the silence deepened. For Jennifer, the choice to stay quiet was not just strategy, it was survival. After enduring unthinkable personal tragedy when members of her family were murdered, she had learned a hard truth: the world can be cruel, and the safest love is the one fiercely protected. Common, who had already endured the roller coaster of high-profile relationships, was ready for something real, something immune to the circus of clicks and gossip. Their hearts were in sync on one principle: protect the bond at any cost. When they finally confirmed what fans had already guessed, the internet exploded with praise. "Two icons, pure class," one comment read. But even as congratulations poured in, the couple refused to feed the frenzy. No oversharing, no endless interviews, just a quiet, deliberate love story. And that is where the real intrigue began. Because in that calculated quiet, something bigger was taking shape. Behind the closed doors of their private world, Jennifer and Common were not just dating. They were building a fortress. They were preparing for a secret so breathtaking that even the sharpest paparazzi would miss it. Fans thought the couple was simply low-key. In reality, every silent evening and every carefully staged photo was part of a larger plan. Then came the revelation that stunned even the most seasoned Hollywood watchers: a baby. Out of nowhere, headlines screamed that Jennifer Hudson and Common had welcomed a child. Fans were floored. "How did we not see this coming?" one stunned follower tweeted. Another wrote, "This is either the greatest love story or the greatest cover-up of our time." In a world where celebrities cannot pick up a coffee without a camera flash, this felt like a heist. The secret to their success lies in the way they live and love. From the start, Jennifer and Common agreed, privacy is not a luxury, it is protection. Jennifer's painful past had already taught her to guard her heart and family. That instinct only sharpened when she became a mother to her first son, David. So when she and Common decided to grow their family, secrecy was not a romantic idea, it was non-negotiable. The plan was executed with almost cinematic precision. Public appearances became rare and fleeting. When Jennifer did step into the spotlight, her wardrobe became a shield: flowing gowns, strategically layered outfits, silhouettes that revealed nothing. Interviews stayed strictly about her work. Common, normally charismatic and talkative, mastered the art of the graceful deflection. Looking back, the silence was screaming, one entertainment blogger confessed after the news broke. Even social media became a chessboard. Posts slowed to a trickle and, when they appeared, were pure misdirection: radiant smiles, inspirational captions, snapshots of professional life. Fans speculated, maybe she was focused on new music, maybe he was buried in film projects. No one guessed they were hiding a heartbeat. Behind the curated calm, though, something beautiful and seismic was happening. Sources close to the couple revealed that every moment of the pregnancy was treated as sacred. It was a shared vow of trust, a rebellion against a world that demands to own every piece of a celebrity's soul. While fans were scrolling and speculating, Jennifer and Common were quietly living the most intimate chapter of their lives. This was not just privacy. It was a masterclass in secrecy. It was love, sharpened into strategy. And when the truth finally burst into the open, it felt less like a typical Hollywood baby announcement and more like the final scene of a gripping thriller, one last, breathtaking twist that left an entire industry stunned. Jennifer Hudson and Common did what many believed was impossible in the modern age of relentless exposure: they built a wall of absolute silence. They wanted to experience the most delicate and sacred journey of their lives without the noise of the world intruding, without judgmental headlines or the cheap speculation that so often swallows celebrity pregnancies whole. And, almost unbelievably, they succeeded. In a Hollywood where secrets leak faster than flashbulbs pop, their inner circle stayed locked like a vault. Friends, family, even colleagues who had every chance to spill the story chose loyalty instead. Not a whisper escaped. One shocked entertainment reporter tweeted, "This is next-level trust. How did they keep every insider quiet?" Only after their baby's arrival did the digital detective work begin. Fans raced back through old photos, suddenly noticing what had been invisible before: the flowing gowns, the missed events, the carefully cropped camera angles. Ordinary snapshots now looked like pieces of an elaborate puzzle. "She played us like a mystery novel," one Instagram user wrote in awe. But this was no simple case of privacy. Jennifer and Common had turned silence into an art form, a powerful statement in a culture addicted to oversharing. While everyone else lived for likes, they were busy rewriting the rules of fame. The reveal hit like a cultural earthquake. The shock was not only that a baby existed, it was that two of the most watched figures in music and film had outsmarted the very system built to expose them. Comment sections filled with disbelief. "This is bigger than any PR rollout," one fan gasped. Another said, "They just proved you can beat Hollywood at its own game." But the real intrigue runs deeper. This was never just about dodging paparazzi. This secrecy was a shield forged from heartbreak, healing, and a fierce hunger for peace. Jennifer Hudson's life has always unfolded like a breathtaking but brutal movie script, soaring triumphs cut through by unimaginable tragedy. From her breakout on American Idol to an Oscar-winning performance that crowned her a legend, she has been unstoppable. Yet the world also watched her lowest low: the horrific 2008 murders of her mother, brother, and young nephew. That trauma left permanent scars. Fame could bring her applause and riches, but it could never guarantee safety. From that day on, Jennifer guarded her private world with the ferocity of someone who has learned that what you love most is what the world can hurt most. Her son David has grown up mostly off-camera, proof that she protects family like a treasure no lens deserves. Common's journey carried its own battles. Praised as a lyricist with a conscience, celebrated as an activist and actor, he too has felt the sting of relentless gossip. High-profile romances, from Erykah Badu to Serena Williams to Tiffany Haddish, made headlines, but they also brought constant second-guessing of his intentions and his ability to settle down. Years of being a trending topic hardened him. He no longer wanted love that came with a media circus. When Jennifer entered his life, something shifted. This was no PR stunt. This was the quiet, grounding love he had been searching for. So when they chose to start a family, secrecy was not deception. It was survival. Jennifer called it sacred. Common called it redemption. They built an invisible cocoon, free from the noise of strangers who feel entitled to every heartbeat of a celebrity's life. And timing deepened their resolve. Jennifer at 43 and Common at 52 knew the risks, the medical uncertainties, and the cruel speculation that older parents often face. They refused to let tabloids turn a vulnerable journey into clickbait. They protected their peace like it was oxygen, one close source later revealed. This was privacy turned into a masterpiece. Public outings became rare and perfectly timed. Jennifer's wardrobe became a strategic disguise. Interviews stayed laser-focused on projects, never private life. Social media slowed to a quiet drip of career highlights and uplifting quotes, just enough to keep curiosity alive but never enough to give the game away. Each move was intentional, each silence thunderous. It is like watching a perfect chess match, an entertainment blogger marveled once the news finally broke. And when the announcement finally detonated across headlines, it was not just a birth, it was a cultural statement. The shockwaves were louder because no one saw it coming. By holding back, Jennifer and Common made silence speak louder than any magazine cover. "This is how you keep something sacred," a viral tweet declared, racking up hundreds of thousands of likes. More than a baby story, this was a manifesto about love, resilience, and a new way to exist in the spotlight. They proved that the most precious victories can be won in absolute quiet, that intimacy can still outsmart an industry built on exposure. And in doing so, Jennifer Hudson and Common may have changed the playbook for every celebrity couple to follow. The world expected a headline. Instead, they delivered a revolution, one heartbeat at a time. Yes, on the surface it looked like nothing more than a hidden pregnancy. But peel back the layers and a different truth emerges. This was never just about secrecy, it was about healing from wounds that never fully closed, about protecting a love that had already survived storms, and about building a future on their own terms. But now that their most precious secret has burst into the public arena, the question is electrifying: what happens next? How will Jennifer Hudson and Common raise a child in a world that photographs every stroller ride? And what does this sudden spotlight mean for their relationship moving forward? Buckle up, because this next chapter is where the story detonates. For months, Jennifer and Common carried the biggest secret of their lives as if it were a hidden treasure. But every Hollywood mystery has an expiration date. The silence could not last forever. When the news finally cracked the surface, that Jennifer Hudson and Common had welcomed their first child together, it felt like the entertainment world stopped breathing. Phones lit up. Timelines flooded. "No way. How did we miss this?" fans shouted across Twitter and Instagram. The first tremors were whispers on social media. Eagle-eyed followers began sensing that something in Jennifer's online presence felt off. Her posts had the polished glow of content scheduled in advance, like they were designed to keep real life carefully tucked away. "It is like she is talking to us from a time capsule," one fan tweeted, sparking a chain reaction of speculation. Meanwhile, Common seemed to enter what many followers dubbed protective mode. He appeared only at carefully chosen events, dodged personal questions with a charming but airtight smile, and filled his feeds with cryptic motivational quotes. Fans debated whether these words were clues, confessions, or just poetic coincidence. Then came the detonation. A trusted insider confirmed what no tabloid could: Jennifer Hudson and Common had already welcomed a healthy baby. Within hours, the story leapt from private whispers to breaking news banners. Entertainment blogs went into overdrive. Push notifications pinged phones around the globe. It was as if a baby had materialized out of thin air. The internet went into joyous meltdown. Twitter became a festival of shock and delight. One viral tweet read, "Jennifer Hudson and Common just outplayed every paparazzi in Hollywood. This is legendary." Another marveled, "This baby arrived like a plot twist in a thriller. Zero leaks. Zero bumps. Pure love." Instagram overflowed with heart and baby emojis. Celebrities chimed in with congratulations, while fans filled comment sections with awestruck messages. "Privacy is the new flex," one follower declared. Even the mainstream media could not look away. Headlines screamed across every corner of the internet: Jennifer Hudson and Common shocked the world with baby news. Morning shows dissected every known detail. Radio hosts debated whether this was the greatest PR move in celebrity history. YouTube erupted with reaction videos, some celebratory, others spinning wild theories about who knew and when. But here was the twist no one saw coming: instead of being criticized for secrecy, Jennifer and Common were celebrated. In a culture that often devours celebrities for daring to control their own narrative, the applause was thunderous. And then, at last, came Jennifer's own voice, soft but unmissable. True to form, she skipped the spectacle. No glossy magazine cover, no live-streamed reveal. Just a quiet, heartfelt statement filled with gratitude and joy, thanking the universe for this blessing and expressing how sacred this new life felt to her. Common echoed her words with the reflective calm of a man changed by fatherhood, speaking about a deeper purpose and a fresh perspective on life. Their grace disarmed even the most hardened gossip columnists. The baby's arrival became more than a headline, it became a cultural moment. It reminded millions that behind the glitter and applause, celebrities are human beings with hearts that beat and lives that deserve moments of untouched peace. And here is the fascinating twist: rather than cooling public curiosity, their perfectly executed secrecy has only intensified it. Fans now buzz with new questions. What is the baby's name? Is it a boy or a girl? How will this child shape their next era as artists and as a couple? Jennifer Hudson and Common did not just welcome a child. They delivered a masterclass in narrative control, proving that silence can be louder than any publicity stunt. What began as a hidden pregnancy has transformed into something far larger, a love story reborn, a cultural wake-up call, and a new chapter that everyone, from casual fans to die-hard followers, will watch with unblinking fascination. The secret is out, but the mystery has only just begun. It was a mystery unfolding in real time, a secret that refused to stay silent, and the entire world demanded answers. But the baby's arrival did more than ignite celebration. It opened a new conversation, one far bigger than a single headline. What does this moment mean for Jennifer Hudson and Common's future? Could this child become the very turning point that defines their legacy as a couple? Fans were not just congratulating anymore. They were speculating, and the questions came fast. Will marriage follow? Will this be the chapter that locks their love into Hollywood history? When the baby news first dropped, the shock was only the opening act. Quickly, the dialogue shifted to what everyone really wanted to know: what happens now? Because the truth is undeniable, this baby changes everything. It reshapes their relationship, rewrites their public image, and forces the world to look at them in an entirely new light. Let us start with the heart of the story, their relationship. From the beginning, Jennifer and Common have lived out their romance like a carefully guarded poem. They never turned their love into a stage show. There were no endless selfies or orchestrated paparazzi strolls. Instead, they offered the public a soft outline, just enough to confirm the connection but never enough to let the world own it. That quiet approach worked. It gave their love room to grow without the toxic roar of outside judgment. But a baby changes the equation. They are no longer two